Welcome everyone, my name is Lady Alex, and this is Say What with Lady Alex. Today I will be talking to you about a few of my passions and why I created this podcast. Aside from my photography and my many craft projects, my true passions lie with gaining knowledge and sharing it with people to help make a growing and positive community. Welcome back everyone! Today is an exciting interview that I cannot wait to share. I had the pleasure of speaking with the beautiful Dr. Rebecca Glasser. Rebecca has been in practice for over 19 years as a plastic surgeon specializing in women with breast cancer and giving them their confidence back. But one day, Rebecca stumbled upon a unique product like none other, and Dr. Glasser fell in love. A total self-proclaimed science nerd, Rebecca talks to us by phone about the incredible products that forever changed how she now helps people better themselves, with first starting before the issues occur. Her passions for health and wellness, paired with a science-backed product proven to reduce the oxidative stress causing many of the world's diseases, Dr. Rebecca Glasser is in full support of preventative health and tells us all how we can feel our best and slow the aging process. Welcome back, everybody, to the 27 Studios. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Rebecca Glasser. She's a plastic surgeon and a huge advocate for our body's natural guide to reversing the aging process. And she's going to talk a little bit about how she balances her entrepreneurial life and her amazing family life. Welcome, Rebecca.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I did see that you went to Chapel Hill School of Medicine in North Carolina. Is that where you're from?
It is. I actually was born and raised in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and went there for undergrad and med school and some of my plastic surgery training.
Oh, that's so wonderful. I've never been to that far east. I hear it's beautiful over there.
It is. I might be a little bit biased, but I think it's our little part of heaven in that part of the world. So yeah. It is a great place to grow up.
For sure. Now tell me a little bit about what brought you into, the medical field and why you chose to go the plastic surgeon route.
Well, when you go into medicine, sometimes it's easier to rule out things than rule in things. And for me, when I was in medical school and I did surgery rotations, I really liked the ability to use my hands to have an immediate solution to a problem, to have a means to an ends right away. And I started off in general surgery, and then I rotated in plastic surgery, and we got to work on babies, cleft lip and palate surgery, breast cancer reconstruction, which ended up really being my passion. And really be able to work on patients from all walks of life and all ages. So we were working on everything from little babies to geriatrics.
Oh, and wow.
I loved plastic surgery because it had a lot of creativeness and a lot of artistry, which I know you understand.
Yeah.
Trying to build back something and bring things back to normal.
Right. And it's just so wonderful, like you said, ranging all the way from geriatrics to little guys, that plastic surgery, I feel like sometimes gives a bad connotation of just boob jobs and, lip injections, but it really is being able to, make someone feel whole again.
And plastic surgery, the name originally came from to shape or to mold. And again, I think a lot of this came from previous wartime when we were trying to help with trauma patients to try and bring them back to normal. And also, congenital defects, so little babies with cleft lip and palate
right.
that we're trying to make them feel normal again and bring them back into balance. So it certainly changed a lot over the years, and it just has a lot of diversity and a lot to offer.
Right. So I also know that you do a lot of things here in town about women's network wise, where you do. I met you at Wine Women and Wealth, and then I also know you're a part of another women's group. Is that another reason why you kind of got into that field, because it was a way to help women and empower, the people around you?
I think certainly so. There's not a lot of female plastic surgeons, and you kind of start off in a specialty, and people get drawn into you, and you get drawn into them. I think particularly for women with breast issues, whether it's breast cancer or a large breast or breast lifts, they want to come to a woman because, in general, women, I think, are better listeners.
Yeah.
And they have a better understanding of what they're dealing with because we have our own issues as women. And so I did end up dealing a lot with women's health issues, and breast cancer reconstruction ended up being really my passion and what I did the most of during my surgical career.
That's incredible. I know that it's kind of an added trust factor, you being a woman, and then say it was me having an issue, I would feel more comfortable coming to a woman and being able to explain it better than if I were feeling, not that they were, but feeling judged because of my insecurity.
Right, I think so. And, I think, too, I found that a lot of women, a lot of mothers would bring their daughters to me because the daughters would also have insecurities that were often false insecurities. And so sometimes you just need someone to tell you, you're beautiful, you look great, we don't need to do a thing.
Right.
And so I think that's so important in teaching young women to be comfortable in their own skin and comfortable with their own bodies.
Oh, for sure.
Bare Elements Events, creating life's precious memories, one element at a time. Everything from planning events, providing talented DJs, or photographers trained to perfectly capture your life's moments. You'll receive personalized mementos you'll cherish a lifetime. For booking information, head on over to Facebook, Instagram, or bareelementsevents.com.
Especially with the rise of social media now, it's so easy to get locked into this idea of what beautiful is to the masses. And honestly, if you really break it down to the nitty-gritty, the masses do not like just twiggy little bodies. That is what social media portrays America's likes to be. And so it's hard, especially someone for me growing up as a plus-size young lady, not knowing, actual benefits of nutritional sciences. I mean, I went to your house for one of your amazing products launched for a Mother's Day spa day, and I truly did not get how our food and nutrition breaks down our genes at their core until you had mentioned it scientifically. How do you feel like that is for, mainstream America not being able to fully always understand the science behind what we're doing to our bodies?
Right, and it's interesting because, I started off with traditional medicine, and traditional medicine is very good at addressing problems once they've occurred. So
right.
You may go into the doctor with a certain complaint, whether you had a headache or whether you had a skin cancer or, whether you have heart disease. In traditional medicine, we treat those symptoms and we often put Band-Aids on those symptoms.
Right.
But I think the world of medicine is really evolving, where we're looking more and more on the side of prevention. What can we do to address the root cause of disease, the underlying inflammation? And it's much better if we address those root causes of the disease that are under the surface than always putting Band-Aids on the surface. Because the goal of women and men as well is to have a better quality of life, not
right.
just a longer life.
So true. I know in my episode 5 and 6, I got to discuss with Dr. Shalona McFarlane, about the benefits of preventative health. Now, what do you suggest for your clients who are coming in who are needing some, attention to certain things, but really could be benefiting by preventative health?
Right, and Dr. McFarlane, as a chiropractor, so much of her practice is based on nutrition.
Right.
And again, I think we're getting much smarter about nutrition, and we truly are what we eat. And so many times when we have problems in our gut or problems in our nutrition, those manifest as disease or symptoms or skin changes. And so we are addressing the whole area of what's called biohacking, or using nutrition, diet, exercise, and supplementation in order to create the best you possible. And there's a whole new area in that's called nutrigenomics, which is a fancy word, but if you break it down, it's using nutrition to change the expression of our genes.
Oh, wow. So basically what you're saying is if we were to have been taught great nutrition from the time we were tiny little bugs, lots of the diseases that we are experiencing now, we probably might have skipped over.
Well, and I think too, people are really becoming their own health advocates. They're realizing, medicine and healthcare are extremely expensive these days.
Yes.
So what things can we do on the prevention side to make sure that we never have to go into the doctor?
Right.
How can we have a better quality of life? How can we take our own responsibility for our health? And I know you've done that because you've adopted your own, diet and exercise plan, and you're getting into shape, and you're feeling stronger, and you're getting more confidence from that. And I think that's something each of us can do in order to biohack our bodies and produce that better quality of life.
Well, and for me, honestly, I feel like even though I change my diet and I add exercise, it's not just the outside appearance that's changing. I like you said, I feel so much more confident. I feel so much more energy. Now, for me, I don't necessarily take very many vitamins that I should. I try to have, a mostly balanced diet, but I know there are lots of products out there. How would you suggest someone like me being able to go out and find good quality products that would actually be truly beneficial for my body?
Right, and I think that's a great question because, as you said, with social media, we're constantly thrown information, and it's hard to sift and sort to figure out what's real and, what is all hype or what is all fad. And so as a physician, one of the reasons I got involved with a biohacking company is because of the underlying science. And so one of the places I always go to look is the NIH, or the National Institute of Health, because that's our library of science, and it allows us to look up products to see if there's any scientific publications on that product and to see really whether that science has been done. And so, for example, in the company that I'm with, LifeVantage, our flagship product, Protandem, has 26 peer-reviewed studies, which have been published all over the world, but by quite reputable places like Harvard and LSU and Ohio State and University of Colorado. So I think it's, again, really important to do your research and make sure that what you're studying and what you're taking actually works. It's always important, too, to remember you never want to go to Google to look things up. Google Scholar is a really good option for looking up products, because it's going to take out all the bloggers. It's going to take out all of those false publications that are in there and give you the real story.
Oh, wow. See? You learn something new every day. I didn't even know that. Google is literally my best friend. And you're right. You have to sort through so much. And you really don't even know once you start diving into an article, is this a blog or is this true? So I think that's a great tip to be able to go to that site. And what was that again you said?
So the NIH is the National Institute of Health.
The NIH.
And if you wanted to look up something online, you could go to www.pub, P-U-B, like public, med, like medicine.gov, like government. So pubmed.gov.
Okay.
And then you could use the search bar to look up a specific product and see if there were any publications on that. And then the other places, again, instead of just going to Google, go to Google Scholar, and that's going to allow you to take out those bloggers.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Why go out when you can stay in? Lady Alex specializes in fun ladies' night in parties. Pick a craft, pick some drinks, and let's make it an adult house party you'll want to have over and over again.
And I don't know about you, but word of mouth is the best form of flattery. So head on over to your favorite platform and let's be friends. You can find me on Instagram as @thereal_Lady Alex or on Facebook at Say What with Lady Alex Podcast. Let's connect. Hey podcasters, musicians, or anyone needing a commercial. Have you heard of 27 Productions? Steven is a legendary producer with a master's in music production. His vibrant vision creates a bright passion for what he does. His expertise ranges from album production with various artists, Say What with Lady Alex Podcast, and many more. Head on over to 27 Productions Facebook and Instagram, and let's record! Be sure to like and subscribe and contact us for booking information, or go to bareelementsevents.com. And then I also know that while I was at your house, you had mentioned another site that is incredible for finding products that are green. What was that site? And can you tell me a little bit about, how your amazing products scale on that website?
Right. So there's a number of apps that are available. The app that I like is called Think Dirty, the Think Dirty app. And what that app does is it takes products and it rates them on a scale of 1 to 10. And so products that are green will show up in that area 1 to 3. Those are clean for you and clean for the environment. Those products which are really dirty or bad for you and badder for the environment are those ones that are rated, 8, 9s, and 10s. So it's important to look at the products you're using and to make sure that they are clean for you, because you don't want to increase that toxic load, that amount of chemicals that you're putting on your body.
Right.
And so we have a couple of different products that are beauty products, which is the True Science skincare system, as well as the True Science hair care system, are both rated on this app, and they're both rated all as 1s and 2s, meaning they're clean for you and clean for the environment. So what you put on your skin and what you put on your hair is important in trying to lower the amount of toxins in your body.
That's incredible, because not only are you lowering your toxins for you, but you're lowering your toxins for the whole environment that we're always living in.
That's right. That's right.
So, as a plastic surgeon who's been doing this, for lots of years, being so smart at your beautiful
I don't even know how you would call it, your magical creation, because you're true creators of the, surgical world. What is your favorite thing besides the breast reconstruction to be able to just really, this is why I do what I do?
Well, I think that for me, again, I had so many patients coming in with breast cancer where so much of what was going on was genetics.
Okay.
And so, genetics, when you think about it, your mom gives you a set of genes and your dad gives you a set of genes. And for the most part, we think that those genes are fixed. But this whole concept of biohacking nutrigenomics is really saying, well, gosh, they're not fixed, that we can actually change the expression of our genes. And as a physician, again, I had an incredibly rewarding career, but it gets really frustrating constantly being on the end of fixing people's problems once they had occurred.
Right.
So what I've switched into with the company LifeVantage and with biohacking is really trying to, again, let's look more at prevention. Let's look more at addressing inflammation and free radical damage and some of these bad genes that we're given, and see what we can do on the preventative scale to lower that toxic load to give us a better quality of life. And so my passion has really switched because I feel like I can help so many more people doing what I'm doing now compared to seeing a number of people in clinic every day.
Right.
It just changed my focus and changed my mission for what I want to accomplish.
That is incredible, because I truly think that being able to see, like you said, the change of this medical field going more from fixing the problem to trying to address the problems ahead of time is so important. And being able to get educated on what we put in our bodies is where it starts. Now, you kept...
And, I think, too, as you said, it's not just, when you address diet and exercise and weight loss and all that stuff, it's not just the physical changes, it's the internal changes.
Right.
You are what you eat. If you eat a greasy cheeseburger, you can feel bad afterwards.
For sure.
Where you have a meal that's fresh from the garden, you feel good. And when you feel good physically, it also affects your mental health. It makes you feel better mentally. You're much more likely to go outside and go for a walk, or, have more energy to do those things that you want. So I think each of these pieces is related to try and achieve the best self possible.
For sure, because like you said, when I even drink a soda, now that I've been doing really well at my diet and, really paying attention to what I put in my body and how I move my body, I'll drink a soda or a sip of soda from my husband, and I can feel it in my hands and in my feet and the swelling, and I never felt that before because I don't think that I was knowledgeable about what it was actually doing to my body.
Right.
So you keep mentioning toxic load. Now, can you kind of describe what that might be for my listeners who might not necessarily know, what that is, or they think that they're eating healthy and don't really realize that they actually have some oxidative stress?
Sure. And so, as we age, we're exposed to things in our environment, toxins, or what we think of as free radicals. So, some things most of us know, right? So if you're exposed to too much sunlight, it can cause damage to your skin,
right.
Skin cancer. If you're exposed to pollution, if you live in a big city and you're breathing in a lot of exhaust and other pollution, that can certainly cause damage.
Right, to your lungs.
Smoking cigarettes, inhaling that smoke can cause all kinds of free radicals. And so as we age, what we find is that our free radical damage increases as we age. And this is something that we call oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is a fancy word, but oxidation just literally means our body's rusting from the inside out. So it's equivalent to, if you took a piece of metal and left that metal outside,
right,
that metal would rust. Or, if you took an apple and you cut that apple in half, that apple would turn brown.
Yeah.
And that's due to exposure of oxygen. And because of that exposure of oxygen, you get oxidation or rusting.
Okay.
In the medical field, oxidative stress is a big deal. It's been linked to almost every disease and every cancer.
Oh, wow.
And if you, again, go back to the NIH, which we talked about a little earlier, the National Institute of Health, and you typed in oxidative stress, you would find that there's more than 200,000 studies on oxidative stress and how it's related to all of these different diseases. So that's something we should be aware of, and that's something we want to reduce over time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more about how amazing our local female community is in challenging themselves to make an incredible place to live. Next week, we have an awesome opportunity to chat with maybe you, so be sure to come back and hang out with us again. Right, and the way you explained it at your house, it was like, okay, here's your cell, and the stress is literally punching holes through your cells, damaging those cells. And that is what truly on, the tiniest aspect is happening to our bodies when we ingest these terrible things and drink alcohol constantly and smoke cigarettes. You're just creating more of this oxidative stress. Now, how does your body go about, fixing that? Is that a natural thing, or is it, we introduce so much toxins that our bodies don't have enough in it themselves to repair all that damage?
Right, and so when we're young, we produce what's called antioxidant enzymes. And those enzymes, I kind of think of them as little Pac-Men that are running around and they're gobbling up all of those free radicals at a rate of a million times per second to one. We might also in our diet take things like antioxidants, things like blueberries or nuts or kale. Those are all antioxidants. Okay. But they really work quite inefficiently. And so over time, our body's production of those antioxidant enzymes is not as good. It doesn't work as well.
Right.
And so, for example, for us, we have a product called Preventative Nerf 2. And that turns on your body's activation of those antioxidant enzymes, of those little Pac-Men. And so one of the studies that was done on Preventative that was published in 2006 essentially said, well, if I give you Preventative for 30 days and I measure your oxidative stress or your free radical damage, it'll show that it'll reduce it by an average of 40% in 30 days.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. And so as we're talking about our bodies rusting and this terrible oxidative stress that's occurring, to be able to reduce it by 40% in 30 days is really a big deal.
That is.
And again, it's this use of nutrigenomics. It's turning on pathways that already exist within your body. We're just making them work a little bit better.
Oh, that is so incredible. And now this is not just like a new product, right? This product has been around for a little while. It just hasn't been getting as much traction until as of late, do you think? Because I personally haven't heard of it until you wonderful ladies got to tell me about it.
And yes, it was originally discovered by a PhD, a scientist, Dr. Joe McCord out of Duke University. It came out on the market around 2003.
Okay.
But again, most people have never heard of this.
Yeah.
They've never heard of protandem or oxidative stress
I know I
or
haven't.
any of these things. And so we're doing our best to try and get the word out so people can do their own research and see how amazing this is.
Oh, that's so great. I love that too, because I know that I've heard some of your testimonials. I'm actually on that biohacking page, so I get to see like the true, not just the science articles, but like the true testimonials. It's so incredible to get to see it in action. I can't wait till I can actually try these products.
Right. And, every individual is different, and we certainly can't make any claims that we cure, mitigate, or treat disease. But for everyone, I think that these products, it affects them in a different way. And as I said, oxidative stress is such a big part of so many different diseases.
Right.
So what we're kind of concentrating on is what this can do at a cellular level, help our body heal itself. I almost think of it like a giant vacuum cleaner where it's going in and it's getting rid of all of the waste products.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And it's letting all of the good guys or the good cells work as they're supposed to help heal and repair your body and help it function at its best.
Right. Because there has to be, there's consequence for every choice that we make. And it's crazy to me that it's taken so long to truly be like, hey, these terrible processed sugary crap that you guys all ingest like no tomorrow, they actually have damage in the long run.
Right. Right. And, our life is about choices. Certainly we're not saying, never eat a piece of cake again.
Right.
Because, we would never say such a thing because, life is about enjoying too. But, life is about balance. And, again, I think it's so important to empower everybody to take charge of their own health.
Right.
To figure out what works for them, what works in their balance. Where you just don't live in excess, that
right.
you enjoy things, but you have balance, so you're balancing out the good and the bad.
Well, and I truly think if you're on some incredible products that are giving you the nutrients that you need, then you don't have to stress out about, Karen's birthday party where I have to eat a piece of cake or people think I'm crazy. Because
right.
you already are getting so much of those good things. Well, thank you so much for talking about all your incredible things. Tell us where we can find you and where you like to hang out.
Well, certainly we hang out together at a lot of women's functions, so Wine, Women, and Wealth. But I'm also on Facebook, so if you look me up, Rebecca Glasser. I have a business page on Facebook that's called A Plastic Surgeon's Guide to Reverse the Signs of Aging.
Oh,
you can also just call me. My number is 904-233-4314. If you have other questions about our products or about the aging process and what we can do in order to try and reverse some of that.
That is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for all of that wonderful information. And I know personally I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait to be on these products and just feel as charged and energized as all of you wonderful ladies do who are taking this product.
Well, and thank you for doing the interview today. It truly is a pleasure and just having a conversation, and you do such a great job interviewing folks. It's certainly a gift.
Well, thank
so
you.
For all
thank you so much.
Are you a rock star female of Western Colorado who's constantly working your butt off to achieve your goals? Would you like a chance to tell Lady Alex and your friends about your passions? Big or small accomplishments, I'm calling all awesome moms, bosses, wives, and all-around lady bosses out to be on the new Say What podcast with Lady Alex. Finally stop trying to make yourself smaller and spotlight all your accomplishments that make you a rock star role model of the week. You can apply on Facebook at Bare Elements, subject line Podcast Opportunities. Who knew that with something so small as the Nerf 2 added to your daily routine could have so many incredible outcomes? I read a quote by Dr. Skip Campbell that said, "The science behind Preventative is different and unique because LifeVantage Corporation does not pay for it." In the world of research, this means that the product and its science must be so compelling that PhDs from universities around the world want to study it and want to spend their own time and money doing it. LifeVantage has a product other people are paying to study. This is unheard of in the supplement industry. With so many added preservatives and hormones that only still are just recently becoming the norm of what most people ingest, it's not surprising that the adverse reactions to it would be our own bodies rusting from the inside out. With a product like Nerf 2 and Pro Tandem and all the other LifeVantage products, it's interesting to think about what it could help or fix within you. What could your success story be if only you were to focus on preventing disease? How would you feel if you started reversing the phase of your DNA? And what might you age like if you were to truly give your body the nutrients and antioxidants it craves? Well, if you found value in this episode and want to know more about Dr. Glasser and the incredible work she's doing, feel free to find her on Facebook, where she would love to add you to her group Biohacking to Better Health, and how you can see the life-changing success stories for yourself. If you liked this podcast and found any value in my words, please like and subscribe, snap a picture and post it to your social media, and don't forget to tag me to get recognition in future episodes. That's a wrap.